to talk today about our shiny apps, but perhaps a more engaging title to wake us up this morning might be Minding the Gap Between Data Scientists and the Line of Business. So what I wanted to talk about was a universal business problem, right? We are all here because we're excited about data science, and we are all part of companies that have probably invested in or brought in data science teams, and we love our data scientists. They bring us creative and novel insights, they do amazing research and development, but often they're positioned as an outsourcing partner, a department that we send requirements over to, right, and get results back from. On the other hand, the line of business, probably most of the folks I'm speaking to today, we know what you guys want. You want familiar and reliable leading indicators, simple numbers that can derive action. You want speedy implementation of an algorithm that's good enough. You don't want to wait around for perfection, right? You want to put something in place that's going to move your business today. We can make it better later. And really what the business folks are looking for is an enablement partner. They want to do their jobs better. This creates a dangerous gap. How do we address that gap? How do we address the communication difficulties? And the fact that these two groups of folks speak such a different language. It is as simple as the folks on the one side speaking English, or whatever the language is, and the folks on the other side speaking R or Python, right? How do we get them to talk together? Well, there's a lot of different solutions, and many of the solutions that I've encountered in my career were really top-down organizational structured solutions, right? We have dotted line relationships between these teams. We might embed a person in one side or vice versa, and these approaches can be very, very effective. Another approach that I have experienced and built out in my work is more of a bottom-up approach. And the idea here is to actually build web-based applications that bring together the line of business and the data scientists with a common language, common structure, a common currency, and they create a tool that they can work on together. There are a lot of different applications that you can choose from. We're going to talk today about our Shiny. Plotly is a wonderful tool. D3 is kind of the standard industry in terms of building really beautiful apps. And the clever folks at R have even come up with R2D3 to try to bring D3 into the R world and empower data scientists even more to make their apps a little prettier. So what does this look like? Well, the client use case I want to talk to you about very quickly is a use case that I worked on for AAA Auto Insurance. They're a top 10 US auto insurer, an iconic brand, basically known for emergency roadside assistance. So if your car breaks down in the United States, you say, we need to call AAA. Even if you use a different company, everyone just says AAA, and AAA is known as the people who come when your car breaks down. So they have a really, really strong brand, and they're marketing within all the major digital and broadcast traditional media channels, sports sponsorships, racing sponsorships, really all across the board. And one of the things that RAPP does as their lead media planning agency is we generate monthly lead forecasts for every channel in every market that they operate in, so that they can plan for staffing, sales, call center, all those kinds of important operational things that keep the business running. And so the way that we have typically worked is that our data science team builds forecasting models using all of the smart, sophisticated algorithms that we love to use. And we pass those forecasting results back over to the media planning team. Those forecasting scenarios are informed by the media plans, right, that the planners give to the data scientists. They feed them into the forecast and send back the numbers. The way, but the thing I want to stress here is that this is a very iterative approach, right? The requirements go over, the scenario comes over, the forecasts are run, they go back. So what we did is we built an R Shiny app, right? We built an automated app that allows the media planning team to, instead of sending an email over or tapping someone on the shoulder, they actually open up the app and they're able to set all of the plan values that they're going to use. And what they see coming back to them is a very simple graphical display that shows them how many leads they're going to get in every channel. This is not rocket science. This is not, right, a mind-boggling, right? It is simply replacing an inefficient, iterative process, right, with something that can be automated. And just to be very clear, these numbers over here are just randomized gibberish, and you'll see that when I show this in action, it is a complete gibberish. So if any of you work in the insurance industry, you're not going to glean any insights about AAA from this. They were very, very clear. I not do that. But beyond the real advantage of this is going beyond just the technical efficiency. What the app creates and what it's created for us between our data science team and our media planning team is it's created a common language. Right? Instead of having these back and forth or awkward conversations, we have a grounded conversation in the app. We talk about what can we put into the app, what can the app do, what would we like the app to do, right? And so it becomes a very, very convenient conversation that works very well. So now we want to show you, what the app looks like in action. Again. There we go. So again, highly randomized. Their leads do not bounce around like that, but you get the idea. Right? And our media planning team can iterate through hundreds and hundreds of scenarios in minutes, right? In the blink of an eye. And so really when we think about the benefits of this, again, obviously highly scalable, right? We've taken a slow and inefficient business process and we've put a rocket booster on it, and that's wonderful, right? But the real value, right, the real transformative value of something as simple as an app, where bars move up and down, when people change media, spend up and down a little bit, is that it has really required our business teams to think explicitly about what data inputs we have to inform the app and what decisions they want the app to drive. And even more importantly, it's required data scientists to think explicitly about user experience and design. We have to think about what the business, how the business sees the world, and we have to make sure that we build that app that conforms to their view of the world. And like any good automated solution, coded solution, we're going to embed business knowledge and best practice into our ongoing BAU. So it was a very small win, but also in a sense a very big win, right? In the sense that we have brought these two disparate groups together, and we now have a common currency and a common tool, and we can iterate and build and grow and improve that tool together. And it's been very successful for our business. Thanks.